everybody. Welcome. It's Eleanor Grace here, my Psychic Destiny show. And we've got the hearts going behind us now because we're coming up to Valentine's month. We'll have a lot more about lovers, love readings, and super excited as well to share with you that I'm now writing for a magazine, Soul and Spirit magazine in the UK. It may be available in other locations. It usually is. So look out for my feature, which is being published and out on sale on the 9th of February. Now, this is all about destined lovers. It's all about whether the person that you want to be with is in your destiny, perhaps. Are you star-crossed? Is this a meant-to-be relationship? Or are we just looking at a red herring? So check that out. That's in Soul and Spirit magazine. And you'll see me on there regularly every month from now on. But for today's show, I'm going to be looking at some live readings, and we're looking, I think, probably with a love bias, aren't we? Now, in order to honour that, I've brought you my pink rose quartz crystal ball. This is fabulous. I use it a lot in love readings and in email readings too, which is a new feature that I'm adding to my website that will be available I think in the next few days, and that's at gracedestiny.com. So all over the world, you can have a personal email reading with me as well, particularly on matters of the heart. So this is a rose quartz, massive, really big crystal. I can't hold it myself. I've got to have it in a little dish here, a crystal dish. And I use this to really bring in those love vibrations. That's what we want. We want to see some actual feelings and emotions being displayed, some commitment, honouring and respecting our partners, and really finding that person, that very, very special person with a true heart. So where is he or she, that person with a true heart? And at the end of the show here, we will be doing a cosmic order and sending out those love vibrations for true hearts across the world to actually come in and show themselves and say, okay, it's me and I'm looking for another true heart to love me back. Now, it's quite sweet, isn't it? Quite sweet and sentimental. So while we're waiting as well for our callers rather to come through for a free reading here, and this is on Moonstruck TV and A1R Psychic Radio. Don't forget to tune in. We've got some of Earth's most prominent psychics and tarot readers and astrologers and mediums. So it's great to have a good selection. See who is there, and perhaps you can connect as well when you want to find that bit of special info. So cards are also very important. I use these as well. These are my romantic cards, and these are Victorian, in Victorian England. So I like to choose some of these cards as well as the crystal, and this means that you can have a double up on your reading, can't you? You can see what the cards say, and you can also see what the crystal says. You will find videos of lots of my live streams on facebook.com, Eleanor Grace Psychic Evenings. They're available worldwide, and they're on every Monday at 7 o'clock, and I'm here at 7 o'clock in the UK on a Tuesday. So here we go. I know that it's the evening here in the UK, in the US, and across the world. We've got different time zones. And we're looking at connecting to Kathy in Livingston, California. Hello, Kathy. Hi, you're through to Eleanor Grace. How are you here today?
Hello, Eleanor. I'm doing really well. Thank you.
Good, great. Well, I've got my cards ready. They're already here. These are purple and gold. Very special cards. I'm going to kick off with one of these. So let's see which way we go. I just really want to see exactly where we're going to. Or maybe this one. Now I've got this person here who is actually going to come very much to the fore in your world. He's a male, who I think is probably a partner, but his behaviour seems to be a bit younger than yours. So perhaps you're really experiencing, Kathy, some immature behaviour, some silliness, some, things that you find just not that serious or not that mature, and that's what's going on at the moment. It is temporary, I think. I don't think that you will feel like this for very long, but I do have hearts pounding here. So there's a strong attraction around you that I'm connecting to. There seems to be a woman here in the way. This is a person that will be obstructive, difficult. Maybe she's a friend, a family member, mother, but a person who either disapproves or is creating unnecessary problems that surround your decision making at the moment. So be careful, because you don't want to be making your choices based on what somebody else thinks. You need to be making decisions yourself for what is going to make 24 hours of every day, and we've all got that responsibility towards ourselves. I do also have a lady that's come straight in here from Spirit. She's in the spirit room with me, and she's wanting to just, I feel it sort of pat your head, and maybe she's really wanting to reassure you at the moment that it's okay, you're going to be doing the right thing, and regardless of what your decision is, you must stick to it. You must use your intuition, Kathy, and stick to it. This is a lady who's passed over. It's an ancestor, a go-to, a grandmother rather than a mother. There's the initial of B that I'm also connecting to here, and Betty is a short name for Elizabeth, but I do have Betty. So I'm going to give you her, and if you don't recognize her or really understand who she is at first, don't worry, because when spirit come through, you will always have a connection. Somebody somewhere is going to advise you of that in your normal walk of life. So you may be walking along and meeting somebody and that name crops up and you're thinking, that's a bit spooky. So just watch for that. So travel is important as well, Kathy, for you. You're going to be sort of jumping into almost like a new life. I want to place you there. I just want to pick you up and say, go there. That's where you should be. You should be enjoying different atmospheres, different scenery, different moisture in the air. So it may well be that you want to be near the water, and that is going to stimulate you and give you creative flow. So I think you're quite a creative person. So where are we now, Kathy? Where have we got to in your reading? I'm bringing in the crystal. This is the rose quartz crystal as well. Let me just recap now and go back to your young man, or this male who is perhaps behaving a little bit out of character right now. Do you recognize that?
Yes, in some way, yes.
Okay. That's temporary, but I do also feel that there's this lady who is perhaps having too strong an opinion on your decisions. So does that ring true with you, does it?
Well, I don't have any women around me in my life right now.
Okay, so what about your partner?
I don't have a partner.
There's a partner that is here, or somebody that is behaving younger. It's a love match. It's definitely a romantic connection. So if he's not there by your side, then either you know him and he's sort of popping up and you're going to come back in, or you're about to meet him, Kathy. So this is very important for you because it's part of your future, it's part of your dynamic, as is the moves that you're going to make, the decisions that you're going to take. So do you want to have a fresh start? Is that what I'm connecting to with you, this nice, bright, fresh start, moisture in the air and creative scenes that are around you? Is that what you want?
Yeah, I do want a fresh start. And the man, I met him a couple of years ago, but we've never gone out on a date or anything. He's like 3 years
Okay.
younger than me, and he does
Ah,
play silly games sometimes.
okay. So that's the younger male that is there. He was the first card that you actually drew from the romantic deck. So he's important to you, and he
Yes.
will be. It will continue to be important, and that's why he's there. Okay, so we've got a situation where nothing has moved very quickly. That can happen. People are very insecure nowadays, and they're very unsure about what the future may hold and who they can trust. And I feel that he certainly has got that propensity where he doesn't really know who to trust. However, the woman that I'm seeing here, this female, I think is connected to him and somebody that is perhaps influencing him that you may not know about. It could be a neighbor, a friend, somebody who's saying, oh, don't do this, don't do that. That influence is going to minimize. I think probably during February and March, the crystal ball here indicates to me that you are moving forward and that you will be looking at this fresh start, and spirit have come in to really give you that push. I want to give you that name of Betty or the initial of B, very important as you're going forward, because you are reaching out to other people who are going to be very helpful to you as well, Kathy. And, you want to be fairly radical now in your choices too. So you're not going to go along a conventional route. So accept any sort of offers of help or significant developments that are invitations. Draw people to you. And that is what is going to make your experience now in the next couple of months so very much better. Final card here, you've got 7 of Cups. So relationships definitely are here. They're on the agenda. And this is going to be a perfect time for you to think about what it is that you want. Don't think about the past, the guy, the difficulties. Think about the new start. Think about who you would like to have in your mind, in your heart, and in your life, and a person that you can share your life with, you can give a lot to, and that you can have something coming back. Start as a friend. Friendship groups are very important. So the lady in spirit, your grandmother, she is very determined, I think, to open a few doors for you. And I do see you going slightly up north. So from where you are living, you would go north a little way. Not too far, I don't feel, but just that, refreshing wind in the air, the moisture in the air, the sea in the air, and just you feeling as though life is good, and you're going to start again. No more of this skating on thin ice and being a bit worried or too concerned about what life is going to bring to you, because it's bringing a lot of good things. So there we are. There we have it, Kathy. I hope you've enjoyed your reading. And this is a small demonstration of cards and crystal ball and spirit coming through. And if any of you want to have an in-depth mediumship reading, then you can book one directly through my website, which is gracedestiny.com. There's different timescales than based in the UK, so we have to make a few adjustments just to book the time. But lots of you have done that and have enjoyed your readings, so do try and get booked in. It's very easy, very simple to do. And also you can have an email reading with me, and you can read lots more about those on my website, which is gracedestiny.com. So while we are waiting for our next caller, it's brilliant, this is, isn't it, where you can have free readings, and they come through from Moonstruck TV and A1R Psychic Destiny. Psychic Radio, it's mine that's Psychic Destiny. So here we go. I'm taking a card here for our next caller. This is the card of strength. So this is going to be really important for our next person, our next individual who's going to be on the line. And strength really does indicate that most of us need to draw on that inner resource at some time or another. And when we're talking about relationships and about lovers and who wants to love us back and who we're deciding to really put forward in our life, then the rose quartz and any rose quartz jewelry, crystal ball like this one, or significant little tumble stones, they can be really helpful. Put them in your bedroom, maybe place rose quartz just around where you're sleeping on a dressing table or a cabinet, and just have them there where they bring in different qualities, help you sleep as well. So romantic gestures that will come through. And the rose quartz does bring in a higher quality as well. So we have Stephanie in Texas City in Texas, USA. Hello, Stephanie, you're through to Eleanor Grace. And how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not bad. Bit of a frog in my throat here. So, very cold in the UK here in London. We've got ice and snow on the ground. I know you've had your fair share, particularly over the Christmas period, but let me take you a card here, Stephanie. So we've got another card here that indicates that you've got choices. This is you are a person that I feel has got choices around relationships at the moment and around partners. I also have straight away that troubled waters that may have been in your life from, I would say, early November, they're coming to an end. And by the end of this month, only next week, you're going to see a different outcome. There's letters that are arriving, they can be emails, but it's the written word. So you're going to get some sort of confirmation, formal confirmation that everything is actually working out okay. So there must be a situation or set of circumstances that you're waiting to hear about at the moment, because it's from authorities and from formal sources, and letters are dropping on the floor through your letterbox. So is that true? Are you waiting for things to happen at the moment? You could have applied for things, but I've got this letters that are dropping there, and they're important for you, Stephanie. And so
Yes,
this is me.
I'm trying to get a house the next month.
Well, you're going to get it. So I'm seeing that those letters, those confirmations, those authoritative mentions in the written word will bring good news. And it is for next month and early March. So February, March, everything is going to change. Everything is going to happen. And this card just confirms it. You've got the Three of Cups here, sweetie. Now, the Three of Cups is very, very much about celebration, grand gestures, and let's have a party and let's really make a sort of big song and dance about the good news that is on its way. Also have a birthday that's here. Got a big birthday cake in front of me. So either you're going to some very special party, or it's your birthday, somebody close to you, but a big tiered cake. So quite a special occasion that's coming through as well. Do you know about that yet?
Well, my daughter is turning 16 at the end of March, so that's a big birthday.
It is, and one to celebrate. Now, here you are. This is a card representing you, Stephanie. It's the Empress card, and um, you're going to be in charge of that and really taking a significant role to play. But it's also the card of moving house and the new beginnings and starting to put down new roots and really treat yourself as well. So you do have some treats that are coming up. I feel that you're very connected as well to psychic influences. I think you do pick up on spirit, perhaps around you, on smells in your house, and energies that you perhaps shouldn't really be aware of. So I think your level of psychic consciousness has developed over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
It's something that you're very interested in, isn't it? And I can see you being
Yeah.
able to make more of that. So a hobby that you like and enjoy, such as this one, well-being, esoteric matters, helping other people, maybe even connecting yourself. That's going to be a big theme this year, and you'll do well. You'll do very well. So get started and, well, continue rather than get started, but continue on this new level. I am being given here from Spirit that you have got such a lot to enjoy, I think, and so many different sort of facilities and routes for you to go down. Okay. Have you found unusual dreams as well, particularly just before you go to sleep in that sort of twilight zone, where you're in and out of that subconscious state and you're a bit more conscious about what you're doing? Have you found that has been when you've had sort of quite vivid visions at all, or maybe even heard?
So that's crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah, the other day, because my husband just passed almost 2 months ago, and the other day I was in between, asleep and awake, and I swear I felt him holding me in bed.
Yeah. Oh, he was there. He was definitely there. I think he's with his mother. That's why I had the grandmother come through, or in that generation.
He's with his grandmother?
Pardon?
He's with his grandmother?
Yes, he is.
Oh,
he is.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes, he is. That's why I had her, first of all, opening the channels into my spirit room. And he, this subconscious state, and he's going to come to you again. He'll keep just, making sure that he's got that contact. It's like a very thin veil. And I'd mentioned about the rose quartz and put some rose quartz in the bedroom, because the crystals just really give that, strength of impact on that connection, and it allows him to know where you are and to find you, because it's not the same form where we've got eyes and different senses. It's energy, it's pure energy that is coming through to you, and he can see your light and he can hold you. I see him in a very golden light, so there must be a lot of gold around your bedroom. But that's what he sees, it's sort of maybe it's an amber light, something like that, or gold light fittings, or something that's very golden that is there. And the rose quartz is there too. And Stephanie, he will hold you and he will keep you safe until you are able to move forward in your life, but you will be moving house, and that will be a good new start for you. It's something that he has opened doors for. The initial of R.
I've been asking him. I've been asking for his help.
What's his name? Tell me his name.
Billy.
Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be Robert then? Was that?
No.
It was Billy. Okay. Who is Robert? Is he also in your family, in your ancestral family? Or his?
Not that I
I've
know
got
of.
well, you think about it. You can always message me and we can see if we can further that. But Billy is there with this big presence. I've got a strong personality and a strong man as well in this twilight zone where his is going to come in and really hold you. He'll be with your daughter as well on her birthday, which is why I see the cake and the house move and these letters that are coming, and there's more that you've got to deal with. So you need to do that and just feel as though you have the strength. Before you came on the line, I picked out a card, which was the strength card. I don't know if I put it back now, if I've still got it. Let me just check here and see what we've got. I've probably put it back. But the strength card is what was being, yeah, here it is. Here it is. It's this one. It's the lady holding the lion. And this was before you came on the show and came through live on the line. So with the strength card, it's very, very important that you remember that this is something that you have to have, because it was there before I spoke to you. And I knew that this would be for my next caller. And you have been strong, immensely strong. And it wasn't your fault. I think this is what Billy wants to say to you. It wasn't your fault. There's nothing that you could do. And that you were such a tremendous, tremendous help for him in his life. He was so very, very delighted to dance with you and to share those joyous songs with you as well. But this strength is what is the element that you need at the moment. So just keep going. Just be strong now, Stephanie, because you can be. Deal with the practical things that you've got to do in the next 2 months. By the end of February and early March, you will be settled. You'll be in a new place. You will have that new start. But Billy is not going to leave you. Yeah, he will still visit you in your dreams and just in that twilight zone before you go to sleep. And he will hold you. He'll hold you in his arms and you will feel him. So I'm going to wish you all the love and the luck in the world, and especially kisses from
Thank
Billy.
you.
Okay. It's lovely to speak to you. Best of luck. So there we are. There's Billy who's come through in spirit for Stephanie, and it's lovely, isn't it, to end a show on such a romantic, lovely level. I'm going to give wishes here with me and the crystal ball. I'll see you same time next week, Eleanor Grace, and come through to my website, gracedestiny.com. See you again soon. Bye-bye.